On December 25th, millions of people celebrate Christmas in honor of the birth of Jesus Christ. On this date, it is common for gifts to be exchanged and families to gather for a feast filled with abundance. For many, Christmas is the most important occasion of the year. But do you really know the true origin of this celebration? The origin of Christmas dates back to ancient pagan festivities. During the same period, the Romans celebrated the arrival of winter with rituals dedicated to the sun god, known as Natalis Invicti Solis, birth of the unconquered sun. During these days of celebration, renewal was sought, and various solar deities were worshipped throughout the Roman Empire. Among them were Elgabal, the Syrian sun god, and Mithras, a deity very popular among Roman soldiers. Additionally, Emperor Aurelian promoted the worship of the sun god as a unifying deity for the empire. This date was so significant that it became an official holiday in the Roman Empire, similar to what happens today, as Christmas is considered a holiday in several countries, including Brazil. Not only the Romans, but also other ancient peoples celebrated the period around the winter solstice or the passage of time. For example, the Mesopotamians celebrated Zagmuk, a festival in which a man was chosen to be sacrificed, believing this would ward off monsters that awakened at the end of the year. Each culture attributed a different meaning to this date, and the worship of the sun god was common in many civilizations, such as the Romans and Egyptians. For them, the sun god was the supreme deity, worthy of devotion throughout the nation. Those who refused to participate in these rituals and sacrifices could face severe punishments, including death. During these festivities in the Roman Empire, practices considered morally questionable, such as sexual immorality, idolatry, and human sacrifices, were common. It was, therefore, a completely pagan period marked by the worship of the sun god. Starting in the 4th century, with the expansion of Christianity, these festivals began to be transformed. The ancient celebration dedicated to the sun god was gradually replaced by the Christian festivity of the birth of Jesus Christ. The term Natalis Domini, birth of the Lord, began to be used, and Pope Julius I formalized December 25th as the official date for Christmas in the Catholic Church. This shift allowed Christians to openly celebrate the birth of Christ, made possible by the acceptance of Christianity in the Roman Empire. It is worth noting that there is no precise date for the birth of Jesus. Many scholars suggest he was born at another time of the year, such as early autumn, but these are merely speculations. The choice of December 25th was, in fact, a strategy to replace old pagan traditions and give a new meaning to the celebration, centered on the figure of Christ. In reality, there is no defined date for the birth of Jesus Christ. Some scholars suggest that he was born in early autumn, but this is merely a theory. The choice of December 25th to celebrate Christmas was a way to Christianize Roman pagan festivities, altering the symbolic meaning of these celebrations and replacing them with a tribute to the birth of Christ. The nativity scene, as we know it today, originated in the 18th century with the characters everyone recognizes: Mary, Joseph, the 3 wise men, the angel who announced Christ's birth, a sheep and baby Jesus in a manger. This model attracted many families, and some began using it as a reminder of Jesus' birth. Churches also adopted the tradition, often holding theatrical reenactments featuring these characters during Christmas. The Christmas tree, on the other hand, is a prominent symbol in holiday celebrations. Many people place their presents under the tree, and the star on top symbolizes the star that guided the wise men to the place where Jesus was born. Lights adorn the tree, making it more beautiful and enchanting. Some historians believe that Martin Luther was responsible for creating the first Christmas tree. However, before him, there were already traditions of decorating trees to celebrate the arrival of winter. At that time, pine trees, which are more resilient to the cold, were commonly used, and many people believed they represented hope and peace. Santa Claus, a central figure of Christmas, also carries a symbolism of generosity. He is inspired by Saint Nicholas, a Turkish bishop known for his kindness. Saint Nicholas used to leave coins near the chimneys of needy families, which led to the association of his image with generosity, touching people's hearts during the holiday season. Over the years, with the help of advertising campaigns, Saint Nicholas became a well-known figure, evolving into what we now call Santa Claus. Instead of leaving coins as the bishop did, Santa Claus began distributing gifts to children who behaved well throughout the year. For merchants, Christmas became one of the most profitable holidays, as the culture we live in still preserves many traces of paganism. This is the origin of Christmas and its customs. I hope you now have a more comprehensive understanding of this celebration.